What's up, guys? I know I mentioned my 700-page Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu manual. Many people believe that you can't learn from videotapes or you can't learn from books. I think that's a bunch of crap. I learned a ton from videos. Videos were my main source of training for many years because I had no instructor in Canada to teach me Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I had to first I was inspired by videos. I learned from the Renzo Gracie set, and then that progressed into more and more sets. And the way that I really did it is I focused on a lot of techniques, and I went a little bit overboard in terms of this manual that I'm going to show you. But what I did is I took all the techniques that were on the videos, and I would sit in my bedroom and put the video tape on, which is VHS at the time, wasn't DVD, and I would watch the video and I would document every single detail, from what hand he was using, from the angle, from this and that. Any comments that he made, I would document the technique into the manual so that I could go back to that quickly rather than having to switch videotapes around, so I could bring it to class and I could really progress a little bit quicker. So in this manual, what was really cool about it was that some instructors would show a set of techniques, but they wouldn't show the counters, or they wouldn't show how to really gel the moves together. So what I found is that one tape would show the arm lock, and then another guy would show the escape, not knowing, that you can put these all together. So I would get a move from here, but in my manual they were all together in one section, so I was able to go back to that section and take that technique on the one tape and document it in the same section as the other, sometimes right in the same paragraph. So I started to develop a really cool game plan through this book, and then I was able to go to class and train and really work on specific areas of my game. So we're going to check out the 700-page manual now, and you're going to see how I kind of maximize my videotape training. I'm just going to spin this around here. So here's the manual. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the title. You have the gargoyle. This is one of our old logos, the competition team. Gargoyle is good luck. Down in the corner I have Lions Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu symbol. My instructor Romero Jacare Cavalcanti, that's his world famous team. Master Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Here's Jacare's old logo. We open it up, and like I said, there's a lot of pages. The first one I called it Sport Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know why I called it Sport Jiu-Jitsu back in the days. I can't even remember, but this book's probably about 15 years old, maybe even older than that. So Takedowns with the gi was the first section. You can see that I kind of broke it down to basic principles, and then I started off like this. Starts off with grip breaks and things that I've learned over the years. So you got different ways to do it. Now you notice everything in red was the technique, the actual, it kind of differentiates each full technique. But then as you go on, and I was a nerd, look here, you have the blue italics here, and what that was kind of variations or different tricks to do when the guy switches things up or resists. So this was all throws with the gi. There's a lot of different pages here. And what I would do in training was kind of just pick 4 or 5, or maybe even a little bit more, and just drill them over and over again with a different partner each day. I wouldn't use my same student every day because I didn't want to burn him out, so I'd have one guy on Monday. Next day another person would come in, and I would be drilling probably a good solid 2 hours in the daytime. Yeah, my father's it's our martial arts school. So then the next section was, I just passed it, was the no-gi section, so some wrestling stuff. And then here it looks like we're going into side control. So you got techniques all grouped into what position you're holding the person down from, different ways to hold them down, different counters. So these were all, this is probably, close to 100 different videotapes broken down, so the techniques are all fitting in the right sections here, following after one another. And this was the biggest section, I believe, if I remember correctly. I think it was 300 pages with side control. So this brings back a lot of memories. I just actually pulled this out of the basement. My wife's kind of laughing at me, but she really, I was trying to explain to her what I was doing here and why I made this book, but she really doesn't want to hear about martial arts or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's kind of burnt out from all the years of me training 2 or 3 times a day. Mount positions next, attacking from the mount, some cross chokes with the gi, different variations if he blocks you. Go up, pick up the pace a little bit here. Now here's some pictures. There was a really cool website called, I think it was called Pass the Guard back in the days. And what I would do is I would print stuff off of the website and put that in my manual too, so I could practice there. I also did, whenever I did a seminar, at first there wasn't that many seminars in Canada. My first seminar was with Hoist Gracie. It was about 16 hours of training, and what I would do is that from these seminars I would take notes, really highly detailed notes. That's what I suggest you guys do in every lesson. Write down the techniques that you learn, whether it's in class or a seminar or just from somebody showing you a technique, and just write it highly detailed so that you don't lose any of the technique as time goes on. So I would take the seminars and I would take those techniques and mix it in with the manual stuff. So now all of a sudden I had videotape moves, I had seminar moves, I had magazine moves, I had moves that, you know, Joe Blow showed me in his garage or whatever like that. You know, some wrestlers came in, they showed me some techniques. So anything that I thought was valuable I would put into my manual. So some back attacks now, different ways to attack the back, chokes. There's the lion kill choke. Man, I want to go through this. Probably, obviously I don't know every single thing in here. Didn't always have the time to do everything, but you know, I really worked on a lot of this stuff over the years. And then combine that with any time I had a chance to train with visiting black belts, or, you know, once I got the momentum rolling over the years, things got easier and easier because a lot of these moves became kind of subconscious. And then any changes I made were just kind of small tweaks to make them better. Here's some closed guard stuff, cross choke variations. I don't know what that is. Tons of variations on that. Different ways to defend the triangle choke. And you got some guard pass counters. We're still going. I think in total it was about over 700 pages. Passing the guards last section, and there we go, guys. And again, a couple more pictures from a website. So anything that you come across, I think the real secret, if you want to get better when you're training, whether in class or with videotapes, or let me just spin this around, or magazines, or anything, is really document everything you do. When you write something down, it helps you remember in greater detail. Even better if you go on and try to teach someone the techniques in your manual or that you learned in class. It's going to help you really break it down and remember it. So for anybody who says you can't learn from videotapes or books, you know, I was able to do it. I was able to progress. I won the Pan American Championship. I was able to work myself up to the UFC. So anything's possible. So the guys who have no access to training with an instructor, you guys can still improve at a really rapid rate. The guys that have access to an instructor, the videotapes, the books are just going to be a supplement to your training, so you're going to get better that much faster. So good luck in your training, guys, and that is my manual. I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you that because obviously I didn't get out too much, but I am married now with 2 kids, so I got out eventually. But the manual really helped me to develop my techniques and really learn the game. And really, that's why I put together this website, as a way for you to cut corners and to get good at mixed martial arts as fast as you possibly can. There's no need to train for your whole life to make it to the UFC or to achieve whatever goal that you want to do in the sport. You just have to do the right things. You have to learn the right techniques. You have to put in the work necessary. And through my videos, through my tips, through my articles, and through some training programs I'm going to be designing, I really want to get you as good as you can be at the fastest rate possible. So thanks for visiting the website, and I look forward to working with you in the future.